Football season is just around the corner, and this is probably the most excited I've ever been before a season starts because I just feel like every team has an equal chance of winning a trophy, and like every team has really boosted up their squads. So let's get into it. So hello guys and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time joining us, my name is Reginald, and here I just give takes about football and basically everything I see. And today I'm going to be predicting who I think will win in the Premier League, the League the Bundesliga, Serie A, and La Liga. Because I feel like at this point we are almost the season is almost near, so I've kind of have a view of how the teams are going to look like. So let's just get this out of the way because it's fairly like very easy to say to predict. Bundesliga was going to be Bayern Munich because I don't Bayern is Bayern, and I don't think any team has done anything close to enough to be able to take them out. I hope someone does, but I don't see it happening next season. And then in League 1, PSG. It's just crazy how many purchases, they've made. They've Hakimi, Ramos, Gigi Wijnaldum, Donnarumma, and I don't know if that's even maybe a few. I'm sure a few of them have skipped my head. These are just some of the names I'm mentioning on top of my head, and the team looks really solid. Apart from just a domestic championship, I'm expecting them to like really make some noise in the Champions League. But I'll talk about the Champions League later in the as the video is about to end. So they'll move to Syria. For Syria, I think the main two players are Inter Milan and Juve. I'm sure most of you agree with me that those teams are probably the two best in the country, and I have to give respect to Inter Milan. They are the current world champions and they are about to defend their title. But it's a little bit hard for me to pick one because both these two teams have had new coaches, even though Allegri was there in 2019. But it's almost the same roster that he has come back to meet, but I'm sure there are like a few tweaks. So that's where I see the gap like closing. And Inter Milan too, they've not really done a lot to be able to defend their title after winning last season. So slightly I'll pick Inter Milan, but don't be sure if Juve wins it because I can see a very big jump. Like I can see maybe a hunger or eagerness to be able to go back to top. Then in La Liga, it's also a little bit tricky. For those of you who don't know, I'm a Barcelona fan, so this might be a little bit biased, but I think Barca have the best shot, the chance to like win the La Liga this season. Like defense is still an issue, and they will have to strengthen at the back. But for at least a domestic title, I think they have enough. They've signed Aguero, Depay, and Messi will probably re-signed. But at making of this video, he's still a free agent. Then they have the young Pedri. I don't know why I said they. I should have said we. We have young Pedri and De Jong, who I feel like are only going to get better, especially Pedri. Everybody saw his performance in the Euros, and he's just 18 years old. There will be more. I'm sure he will be taking more steps into his career, but probably not at the beginning of the season. But I still feel like Barca wins. And second position, I picked Real Madrid. I want to pick Atletico, but I don't know. I just never trust the way Atletico plays. They can it's can go either way, but like Real Madrid has lost a lot of their core players. They've signed only David Alaba and sold away Ramos. Okay, they didn't sell Ramos. Technically, they let him go, and then Varane. So, but when like they are these kind of clubs, they just have this sense of pride in them that they just don't want to lose games, and I can see them finishing second, but I won't be mad if Atletico finish second too. Then EPL is probably the toughest to predict this year because when you just look at the facts of like how everything has played out during this summer, we have the Champions League winners Chelsea, who are going to be bringing that energy into the Premier League. Then Liverpool are kind of coming back for like a revenge season. Remember when Klopp was like, his team is only this bad because they're injured. He's going to want to prove that this season. So yeah, I'm sure they're coming back with a revenge mentality. Man U, they just purchased Sancho, about to finalize Varane, and I don't think they are done making some moves, but like the team is really shaping up to be very, very like competitive, and they are major players in the Premier League this year. And then we have, of course, Manchester City. You never count them out with Pep, and you're about to sign Jack Grealish. I don't know about the Kane situation. I don't think it might get done, but we'll see. So the Premier League is looking very, very, very hard to predict and really hard to tell. But like, if I'm to pick, I think Chelsea come back fourth, because even though Chelsea like played really well in the Champions League, I didn't see them playing a lot of attacking football. And to me, the person who is able to be the best, not only defensively but like attack and score goals and win games, is going to win the Premier League. And I'm out of this top four. Out of those four, I think Chelsea, as we saw, I'm not predicting how they're going to play, but as we saw them last time, I don't think they had enough firepower. And then Liverpool, I think, will finish third. I think they'll finish third because Liverpool going to start the season very strong, but I feel like they'll run out of gas getting to like the final third of the season, and that's where other teams will catch up and then probably surpass them by just a few points. So that's what I think will happen. Then second, I think Man United finish second. I want my heart. Some part of me wants me to put them at first, but like they have to prove to me. I just don't want to give it to them because they've signed a lot of players. Because as a Barca fan, I can tell you for sure, like we have players, but just because we have them doesn't mean that it works out. So Man U has to prove to me, but that they can actually play like a championship team. So City finishes first in the Premier League for me because of the few signings they made to bring a little bit excitement into the team. And we all saw how Sterling performed in the Euros. He played, really excelled, and I feel like he's going to carry that into the season to try to prove a point that he's up there with the elite. Okay, so that's just about it for today's video. I'll talk about the Champions League when the group draws are out, so that I feel like that's when I'll be best able to predict who are coming out of the group, because sometimes you can just pick favorite teams, but like when the groups come out, your favorite teams might not be arranged well for them to come out of the group. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. So until the next video, bye bye.